Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hey there.
We're going to look at Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer number 2, and I am a huge Spider-Man fan, you know, on occasion.
I'm a huge Spider-Man fan every day.
I bought the game. I haven't played it yet because there's no time in the world, but let's get into this, shall we?
What makes you different is what makes you Spider-Man. My name is Peter Parker. I'm pretty sure you know the rest. I saved the city, fell in love, then I saved the city again and again and again. Look, I'm a comic book, a cereal, I did a Christmas album, and a so-so popsicle. But this isn't about me. Not anymore.
Spider-Man swings in once a day, zip-zap-zop in his little mask and answers to no one. I love you, Miles.
I know that.
You gotta say I love you back.
Daddy,
Here.
look at this place.
Dad, I love you.
Dad, I love you.
That's a copy.
My name is Miles Morales. I'm the one and only Spider-Man. At least that's what I thought.
You ever hear of the Super Collider? You know I love this.
Dimension opening now.
You're like me.
That's impossible.
All right, kid, listen up. This fry is your universe. It's soggy, it's weird, it's gross. And this delicious normal fry is my universe. So you want to learn to be Spider-Man?
Can you teach me?
Yes, I can. Time to swing. Good, you're doing it. Double tap to release and whip it out again.
Okay.
Whip.
And release.
You're a natural. Whip.
Hey guys,
Hey!
Who are you?
I'm Gwen Stacy. I'm from another dimension.
How many more spider people are there?
Hey, fellas.
Hello.
This could literally not get any weirder.
It can get weirder.
Okay. We need to get back to our universes soon.
Brooklyn is gonna collapse. My family lives in Brooklyn.
Miles, what's wrong?
This was never your city. It's mine.
If I don't destroy the collider, none of us will have a home to go home to.
Remember, what makes you different
Let's go.
is what makes you Spider-Man.
Officer, I love you.
Wait, what?
That way.
Oh my god.
Other way.
Do animals talk in this dimension? Because I don't want to freak them out.
Oh my god, that looks so good. I mean, the first trailer was already looking good, but oh, the introduction of all those spider people, very exciting. Where'd my Spider-Man go?
Yeah, I can't argue. That is a very, very fun trailer. That put a big smile on my face. They're doing things with a Spider-Man story in terms of an animation and a movie that we haven't seen before. So at least I haven't seen it. The weirdest thing I've seen in any Spider-Man iteration in terms of like motion entertainment, like animation or whatever. The weirdest thing I ever saw was in the Spider-Man Fox television animated series. He had like 6 arms in one episode, and it ended with him doing dishes. And he got mad at one of the arms for like dropping one of the dishes. It was just like this really random thing. That was the weirdest thing I saw. But like this takes it to a new level, but in a very fun, interesting, and compelling way.
Yeah.
I really like what they're doing with it, and it's bordering on like too much, but I appreciate that they're really pushing this envelope. I don't know how much of this is derived from the actual comics because I haven't read the comics, but the piggy Spider-Man thing just was like, what? Like
I loved it.
I mean, I hope they didn't give away all the best jokes.
Yes,
You know?
that is a bit of a fear, but regardless, I think all those jokes were wonderful,
Yeah.
and I just want to see them in the story now. And I think it's a really fun story, you know, because you've got Miles Morales, so yay, and then you've got the Peter Parker that we know and love, and then there's Gwen Stacy, which is super awesome,
Right.
and everywhere in between, I feel like the tone is already really tongue-in-cheek. Just from the top where he's like, yep, I'm a comic book, I'm a cereal, I'm a not-so-good popsicle.
Well, one of the things I also like is that the humor is fairly innocuous. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just fun, and it feels like a film that you can take the whole family to watch, and it's still cool, it's still Spider-Man, it's still action. So it's almost like The Incredibles in that way. Like, you know, it's a family film and it's action. It's hitting a lot of good points there. It's a very wide swath of people that can come and watch this and enjoy it together.
Yeah. I also really appreciate the animation style on this. On their faces and stuff, there's a lot of little almost like crisscrossy marks. So it does look like they lifted the animation straight from a comic book.
Yes.
Which I think is really, really cool.
I think the one negative thing I feel about this, and it's a big one, is I don't like Peter Parker's voice. Everything else about this trailer I loved, but his voice for some reason, it just like, it doesn't, it's not that, I don't know, something about it just doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense.
I guess it's a personal choice thing.
It didn't bother you?
No, I kind of liked his like, I'm kind of bored with the world type of voice. Jake Johnson, who's that? Oh yeah, from New Girl. That's why I didn't mind it.
He was also in The Mummy as a movie that I hated.
Yes.
As a character I hated.
Okay.
So
it's all making sense now.
I'm sure that I'll get hate for that because if I say that I don't like something, sure enough, like there's a billion people who are like, no, it's amazing. What's wrong with you? You're an asshole. Like it doesn't like feel nice on the ears is all I can say. It doesn't feel soothing on the ears like everyone else's voice.
It's not a very soothing voice. I'll give you that. But
it's kind of
character.
But it's kind of grating, is what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't like it. Everything else in this is so perfect. Like, why that guy for the voice? Everyone else's voice in this is nice on the ears. It's whether it's a deep bassy voice, whether it's a bad guy's voice, whether it's the Miles Morales or Gwen, like it all sounds nice. Whereas his voice it just sounds like
throaty.
Yeah.
But I can totally see why that might not work for you, especially if you want that very smooth animation voiceover sound.
Yeah.
As opposed to something that's maybe more cinematic.
Why not just bring back the guy who did the Fox cartoon for years? Bring back that Peter Parker. He was fine. Anyway, the top comment on this video is my favorite. I'm throwing money at my screen, but nothing's happening. His face.
I can't wait for this. This looks so awesome.
I'm glad it's coming out this Christmas, and it's not something that's like a year away. When I was a kid, they used to advertise movies like a year out. I remember, even though this is a bad thing to bring up, when Terminator 3 was announced, they had an announcement trailer literally a year before the movie was going to come out. And as a kid, you're like, what? That's like forever away. Like, no, don't do that. You know, and so this Christmas, I can manage that. That's only like 3 months out.
Oh my God.
You know,
close.
We'll get there very, very soon.
Yeah.
And then we'll all be old and ready to die.
Oh gosh, on that positive note.
I do like the animation style a lot, like you were saying. It does feel very much like straight out of a comic book, and they even added the little words in there, like the old Adam West Batman. Like,
that was so cute.
It's not like pow, but like thwip, you know? Things like that when they're swinging around.
Yeah, and then even just the backgrounds and stuff like that. They looked very, very arty.
Yeah, the colors are very nice and vibrant. One thing that we have yet to expand on that is, I think, the most obvious cool thing, I think we've already talked about it before in another video, is how awesome it is that they're using Miles Morales as the main character because this, you know, we have been, it's the year, I think 2018 is the year for this because we're seeing a lot of minorities showing up in movies like this year between Black Panther, Crazy Rich Asians, and now this. I was hoping that Miles Morales was going to show up in the MCU, like the actual live action films. This is a silver lining, and I'm hoping that this translates, at least his character translates to live action at some point sooner than later.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Obviously, we have Tom Holland for at least one more film or something. Like I don't know, like you guys know better than I do how many more films he's got left. I know he's got at least one. So I would love to see a transition to Miles Morales. It'd just be nice. It'd be cool. I love the cop dad, like him imposing the "I love you" bit on there.
That was already from one.
It's been long enough that I haven't seen the last one, so it's new to me still. It's been a while since I saw the first trailer.
It still cracked me up though. Yeah. I think it's fantastic, and the dad himself is such a cool character.
I liked all the references to the previous Spider-Man films. By the way.
Yes.
So
that was funny. Like I said, very tongue-in-cheek, right? It's very aware of what it is and what it's doing, and I really like that. I appreciate it.
The way they show Kingpin in this looks exactly like how I remember him from the comics. Albeit I'm remembering him from the Daredevil comics.
Okay.
But it looks exactly like that. Like he looks pretty much like he was lifted straight from the page. And they got Liev Schreiber playing him. So I love Leif Schreiber's voice. I think he's got like, I've always thought he had such a nice quality to his voice. So I think that's a great pick to be the Kingpin. I'm excited about this. I'm just not excited about Peter Parker's voice. Don't hate, procreate. Thanks so much for hanging out. Please check out ACHARA KIRK on the social media. Subscribe if you have not already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I am Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.